Good morning, everyone. I'm audible.
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
Yes, please go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to wish happy Ganesh Chaturthi to everyone.
Happy Ganesh
Happy.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. A warm welcome to meeting number 195 of the Gabbys Toastmaster Club. I am Mohan TMR, your Sajid Adams. I am sure you are excited as I am. The meeting will be covered for 2 hours and you are expected to stay for the entire duration. Before we start the meeting, I want to highlight some key points. Your video should be on and audio should be off. Audio should be only on when you are called to speak or need to speak. It is the topic of sex, religion, and politics. Even the Toastmaster International does not put any restrictions on speaking on these topics. At the Gabbys Toastmaster Club, we request all speakers and role takers to be mindful and responsible and abstain from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. Also, argue to be cognizant of the fact that we as a club practice diversity and inclusion in letter and spirit, ensuring there are no sexist, racist, or any such understood that create hostility and discomfort for members or guests. Let me call upon the presiding officer for today's meeting. Our presiding officer Saurabh Datta. TTM Saurabh Datta is a winner of 2 DTM awards as completed level pass in Toastmaster pathways. He has been a presiding distinguished division director, distinguished area director in the past. Outside of Toastmasters, Saurabh has played leadership roles in Fortune 500 companies, startups, and non-profits. Currently, Saurabh is building his own edtech startup, Factate, which he founded in June 2020.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. Let me first get this meeting started. I hereby call the meeting to order. Thank you. The theme of today's meeting is income versus outcome, and I'm going to come to that in a short while. But before that, let me introduce one guest we have in the room. So our guest today is Priyanka. Priyanka, quick introduction about yourself. From there.
Okay.
Are you want to come here?
No. I was just going to say. Yeah. Hi, folks. I am new to this space. My name is Priyanka, and I currently run a cookie shop called FOMO Cookies. I was a designer for the past 10 years. And then in 2022 is when I switched my career and switched to baking completely. Now I aim to make really good snacks that I can retail all over so that everybody gets nice, healthy snacks. I'm right now into biscuits. Eventually, I hope to move on to other products also. But that's a
Andre?
Intro about me. Thank you so much. See, Aisha was supposed to. Okay. So, Aisha's there.
She just ran.
Yes. So I have the pleasure of welcoming another new member to the Gabbys, Toastmaster Aisha Siddika. Aisha, you there, Aisha? Yes. Aisha, welcome to the Gabbys. And Aisha just now sent me a very sweet message. Thank you, Aisha, for agreeing to be my mentee. So why don't you give a quick introduction about yourself?
Hi all. Good morning, everyone. My name is Aisha Siddika. I have completed my MSc B.Ed. And right now I'm working as a robotic tutor in Play 2 Labs, Bangalore.
Okay, lovely. So you are a robotic tutor?
Yeah.
Okay, what exactly do you do? That sounds interesting. So what does a robotic tutor do? So you give tuition to robots?
No, we make a lot of models.
Okay.
Face detective and moving
Okay.
will make and for the age group of children between 9 to 16.
So if that is moving, there's something with motion detection and all that, that's something that
Yeah.
also you guys work on.
And we use the
This is
backend.
this is all high-tech stuff, guys. So welcome, Aisha, to the world of the Gabbys. And I'm sure we're going to benefit a lot from your understanding of technology.
Thank you.
This is what I consider to be an extremely special thing about the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. There are Toastmasters clubs and then there are the Gabbys. There were 16,000 Toastmasters clubs across the world, 15,000 plus now. What I take particular pride in, I don't take pride so much in the fact that we probably have the fastest distinguished Toastmasters, the fastest path breakers, a bunch of district champions, area champions, division champions, path district officers, and so on. What I take immense pride is in the fact that we have a stellar mix of members who are all achievers, experts, and learners in their respective field. We have got people like Nandan, who's the director with Fidelity Investment. We have got Jitendra, who's a very senior manager in the manufacturing sector. We have got doctors, we have got chartered accountants, we have got trainers, we have got teachers, we have got principals, we have got a lot more. Remember all the 104 people in production. But definitely, this is a group that I'm extremely proud of. And I think that is the essence of Toastmaster, that we need to build a team, a club, or a community for that matter, a broader fraternity, where everyone is supporting each other, not only in terms of public speaking, but also in terms of knowledge. I'll share with you one very recent experience. What happened is one of my, so probably many of you know that I do professional mentoring. So one of my mentees went and talked to their company about opening a Toastmaster club. And he was literally pushed out of the room. The senior leadership team member said that please do. Because probably this person would have been a member of some club somewhere where he said that, people in Toastmaster, they just come on stage, they speak good English, so they come here and talk nonsense and go. Did that make me sad? Did that make me angry? No, it made me reflect. And I realized that he's absolutely true. It is a fact that in many Toastmasters meetings, what I have seen is people come here and they just talk about anything on earth and then leave. What is happening with the audience? What are they gaining out of it? That is not important in this case. Now, while I do understand that there are certain speakers where we are still learning, struggling to pick up, but this majority of this problem comes from expert speakers. Speakers are already good in this particular field. And that brings me to the theme of the meeting. But before I get there, I just realized that I've got a few guests online as well. I've got Neha Yadav. Neha, are you a guest or a Toastmaster? Can you please unmute yourself?
Hello, sir. I'm a guest.
Okay, can you please give a brief introduction about yourself?
My name is Neha Yadav, and 8 years ago, I used to be a research scientist in the field of climate change, and now I'm a full-time homemaker and a mother.
Okay. Thank you so much, Neha, and welcome to the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. We have one more new member who joined us today. Now, this person has been one of our longest guests. He has attended all our Toastmaster meetings for the last 4 years, I think most of them. He has been extremely supportive in terms of taking roles when we needed substitute role takers or when we needed support in filling up a particular role. He is from Vizag, met our charter president at Vizag. And then after that, that bonding with him and the Gabbys continued. And now it's moved all the way to Bangalore. He has moved to Bangalore and he has joined the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. Please welcome with a big round of applause another new member, Toastmaster Akif Javed. Welcome to the Gabbys as a member, Toastmaster Akif. And please give a quick 30-second introduction about this.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Saurabh. I'm excited to be here and I've been contemplating to join one of the clubs in Bangalore itself. I was like, should I join or not? But then I was like, hey, the club is in Bangalore and you are moving to Mumbai. So I'm moving to Mumbai in next month. I was like, let us take something with me from here. And that's the membership. So I have been in supply chain for almost 8-9 years, and I'm a we do consulting, and I've been Toastmasters for almost 2.5 years. I'm also a fitness enthusiast. When I say enthusiast, it's like me spending almost 2 hours on my health every day. So that's the commitment, and similar commitment with Toastmasters to upskill myself to improve my communication and leadership skill, which is core of Toastmasters. So yeah, that's a quick introduction, and thank you so much, Saurav, for giving me the platform and allowing me to join the club.
Thank you, Akim, and welcome again to the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. I see Akanksha, I know is a Toastmaster. Akanksha, a brief introduction about yourself. Thank you for joining the Gabbys. Would you want to give a quick 15 seconds introduction about yourself, please?
Hi everybody. Hi Toastmaster Saurav Datta. Thank you so much. So I'm Toastmaster Akanksha. I'm from ANZ Manyata, and I have been in Toastmasters from past 6 months. I'm working as an operational analyst in Australia New Zealand Bank. Thank you so much, Saurav. I'm joining it for the first time. Let's see how it goes. I wanted to attend it offline, but I thought next time definitely.
Please, most welcome to join us online, offline. And I'm going to shortly tell you what are you missing, what are you guys missing who are in Bangalore and not joining offline. This bad news, the breaking news is coming up really soon. The next is Disha. Disha, are you a Toastmaster or a guest?
Yes, hi everybody. Just like Akanksha, this is my first time here in the Gabbys. I joined Toastmasters just a week ago, and this is my second session. My first session was in my organization, that is ANZ Manyata Tech Park, and I'm an operations analyst in the Australia retail. So yeah, looking forward to connect with people, like widen my network, improve my communication, and get creative in my talks.
Thank you so much. Now, what are you missing if you are not there in the meeting today? Right? So, one, you're having a feeling of FOMO. And we also have something special today. We have got FOMO cookies. The cookies are actually called FOMO cookies. So, yes, so we are going to be having some delicious cookies here. People who are not joining us in person. So, yes, your FOMO is going to increase when we are going to pass around the cookies. So, that will also inspire you to come next time. Because we will continue to have FOMO cookies so that we have more of FOMOs for people who are not joining us in person. Right? So, with this, I will come back to slightly talk about the theme. This entire theme of income versus outcome, the way I see it, is a little metaphorical. It's about immediate results and doing things like a checkbox item and doing things for impact. We all take up roles, we all take up responsibilities, we all take up a job. The question is, why are we doing it? Are we doing it because of the salary? Are we doing it because of the designations? Or are we doing it because we really want to do it, because we want to make a difference? I have been a past district officer for 2 terms. One of the things I've realized that we put a lot of emphasis on titles and designations, calling ourselves as distinguished Toastmaster. I've got a distinguished Toastmaster award twice at the risk of bragging. So I do qualify to talk about this a little bit. That at the end of the day, this title means nothing. You will not get a job because you're a DTM. Get it wrong. You will never get. And neither will any investor come to you and invest money on your venture because you're a DTM. The world gives a damn whether you're a DTM. In fact, within Toastmasters, the good thing is most Toastmasters are also giving it. So I think that's the maturity that we are displaying, that we are moving beyond titles and we are moving to real learnings. So whenever we're doing something in Toastmaster, whether you're coming here and doing a role, or whether you're an area director, you're making a club visit, just see whether you're doing it with the authenticity and with the impact that you want to create. If you're doing a club visit and you're not on camera, it doesn't make any sense. If you're doing a presidential address, you're not on camera, it doesn't make any sense. So it's as good as in an online meeting. So it's as good as not doing it. So that is my message to everyone. That at the Gabbys, we believe in doing things with a passion and purpose. Doing things as a checkbox item, that's not the Gabbys way. So with this message, I would want to invite a Toastmaster of the day for today. A Toastmaster of the day for today, Toastmaster Renu Kaushal, is a speech crafter who has now become a Toastmaster. She's a soft skills trainer, an image consultant. I know her through ICP, I know her through IMPA. And now I will know more about what she thinks about income versus outcomes and which one is more important for us. According to her, which one should be more important for us and which is more important. Over to you, Toastmaster Dave.
Thank you, Gigi and Saurabh, for that introduction. Good morning, Gabbys. First and foremost, I would like to express my heartfelt admiration for all those who are present here. For I understand how much effort it takes to be present, especially for me. You may not have seen me very often in the Gabbys meeting because I had my own struggles in attending the meeting regularly. Because I feel somehow I've got distracted for the reasons why I joined. Just now, like said that we should follow everything we do with some passion. So that brings me to the theme of the day. So the theme is not what is your passion, or rather I would like to put up a question. It is why. What drives your decisions? Is it the income you gain or the outcome you achieve? So I would like to request you to talk in the present day context. We may have reasons that are rooted in the past, but I believe no moment, whether it is past or future, holds any power except the present moment. The phase of the life that you are in, the pace of the life, yes, whether you are in a fast phase, medium phase, or a slow phase, do you have enough work? Do you have enough sleep? Or are you able to follow enough relaxation? Do you pursue your personal interest? All these things make the present moment incredibly powerful. The moment is so powerful that it can make or break you. This one moment. 2 years back, I was in a very different phase of life. 2 years hence, I will be in a different phase. In this present moment, income or financial independence is what gives me a purpose. So 20 years back, I made a decision to quit my job and stay. That particular decision was stood valid maybe until recent past because I was following motherhood. I was trying to be available to my children and then help them upbringing in their, was occupied in their upbringing. But in this present moment, I want to change my roles. I want to still remain valid with my children. So I just want to reclaim my financial independence. So similarly, I hope like everybody also has their own present moments, things that will fuel their decisions. Would anybody like to come up on the stage and share their viewpoint on this? I'll appreciate raise of hands also, please. Would anybody like to discuss?
Income versus outcome. What is more important?
Yeah, what is more important to you? The income in today's context, say like I've been on a sabbatical for almost 20 years now.
Yeah,
and
Really wants to share this perspective.
yeah,
So
please.
yeah, income, what I understood, what we gain, and outcome is what we do with what we have earned. So for
Right.
me, the important thing is the outcome, because once we earn an income, the what makes me really happy is how we are going to use that money. Whether I'm going to give it to someone, taking care of the family, or improving myself, something I do to make myself happy and satisfied.
Hmm.
Itself won't make me happy. The outcome is better. That's my thing.
So your outcome is your driving force, right? Glad to know that. Anybody else?
Kamal.
Yes.
Kamal Jain.
Kamal, please.
So, to my understanding, being a finance professional, I understood income is a revenue, right? But for today context, I understand that this is a like if we are doing anything and what we are putting efforts or what we are doing efforts, what will be the outcome for that? That is a theme of the day. Like when we know and when we certain and sure about the outcome, our efforts will be and force will be simultaneously we can put it. So it's about process for anything. It's not only financial incomes.
Right, very true. So income and outcome, they do go hand in hand. We will delve more into this ahead in the meeting. So I'm really appreciate and thank you everyone for sharing your personal and timeless valuable insights. So ahead in the meeting, we will explore more about this. And for this, right now, we will proceed further with the meeting. For the benefit of the guests, I will just explain the format of our Toastmaster meeting. A Toastmaster meeting has 3 sections. The first section is the prepared speeches, followed by the table topic session, and the last and the final section is the journal evaluation session. So before we move into the first section, the prepared speeches, we have a special team, the TAGL team, for smooth conduct of this meeting. This team is headed by the journal evaluator. The journal evaluator for today's meeting is the distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel. DTM Nancy, she works as a senior data analyst. She's a certified image consultant and a personal branding coach. She's the president of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. DTM Nancy, over to you.
Thank you so much. Our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Evaluator. May I request somebody to change the spotlight, please? Just for video. All right, so what's the role of a general evaluator? A general evaluator is somebody who looks into the details of the meeting from the moment the meeting gets started. So the moment the SA takes up the stage, till the moment presiding officer adjourns the meeting, a general evaluator makes notes and shares the good part of the meetings, the areas of improvement with everyone, so that next time we take the stage, any role taker who's taking up the stage, we are aware how to play the roles better or how we can do better in terms of meeting arrangements and all. So it's not just limited to the meeting, but also paying close attention to what has gone behind the scenes. I think that comes up with the role itself as being the charter president and the president, current president. I can also observe what has gone behind the scenes as well, and I can make a observation there and share my observation with everyone. Now, this entire thing that I've shared with all of you, it's really daunting for me. I feel it's a huge task. And for this task, I'm not the only one who's going to pay attention to everything that's going to happen in the meeting itself. I've got a team of role takers who are going to support me during this entire task, this entire activity. Now, this team of role takers, we call them TAGL team role takers, where T stands for timer, A for our counter, G for grammarian, and L for listener. Let me first call upon the timer up on stage to quickly talk about his role. Our timer for today is Toastmaster Sreehari Acharya. Toastmaster Sreehari Acharya is a mechanical design engineer at a robotics startup. He's an avid reader and a fitness enthusiast. Toastmaster Sreehari Acharya, quickly talk about your timer role and let us know what are you going to do today.
Thank you, General Evaluator Nancy Goel. As a timer, I will time the table topic speakers, formal speeches, and evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the timing they have left using the green card, yellow card, and red cards. A table topic speaker should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card, and at 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. These speeches should those giving speeches should limit their remarks to specific speech timings. From the agenda, we have one icebreaker speech and one prepared speech. For the icebreaker speech, At 4 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 5 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. At 6 minutes, I will raise the red card. And when it comes to the prepared speeches, it should be 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 6 minutes, yellow card. At 7 minutes, the red card. The individual evaluations should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. Thank you, and over to you, DTM Nancy.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Toastmaster Sreehari Acharya, for explaining your role very well. Just for the benefit of guests, we all know when to speak, how to speak, all these factors. But one important factor is when to stop speaking. So that's where a timer comes handy to let us know, okay, this is enough, you have spoken enough, you have to now wind up your speech, whatever you are speaking, whether it's a table topic, evaluation speech, or a prepared speech. So please pay close attention to all these cards. After the red card, you have got 30 seconds of grace to wind up your speeches. When we say grace, it simply means that you will not be disqualified from the voting. We do have voting for best speaker, best table topic speaker, and many other roles. So any role that you have taken in today's meeting will be voted for that. Now coming to my next support member in this team, that is our counter. And our counter for today is someone who's present in person with us, Toastmaster Punith C K. Toastmaster Punith is a techie. He's a non-fiction book enthusiast and a dedicated practitioner of David Allen's Getting Things Done method. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Punith.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy. It's time to edit out those ahs and ums like director cuts the bloopers. The purpose of the R counter is to listen and make a note of words and sounds made by the speakers and role takers in today's meeting. This report would focus on 5 major areas: filler words such as ums, are, inappropriate interjections such as and, well, but, so, you know, the use of crutch words similar to basically, actually, this thing, etc. Derivative words or phrases in the form of I, this means, unintentional long or short pauses made by the speakers. I'll present my report when called for by the general evaluator. Thank you, and over to the member.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Punith C K, for explaining your role beautifully. Let's not have an awful meeting, but an awesome meeting. And for this, we have got our counter, who is going to pay attention to our ahs and ums. Next we have is Grammarian in the TAGL team. And the Grammarian for today is Toastmaster Yogita Upadhayay. Toastmaster Yogita Upadhayay is go with the flow and a joyful person. She's always been a people person, so she's enjoying her phase as an HR and image and soft skills trainer. One thing that have stuck with me about Yogita, Toastmaster Yogita, is that she has been a middle child and she loves to be a middle child. She gets to enjoy best of both worlds, and this is something I need to take back for my sister who's been a middle child too. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Yogita, for giving this line to me. Please put your hands together for our Grammarian, Toastmaster Yogita Upadhayay.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing great. As a grammarian today, I am responsible for paying close attention to all speakers and listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any misuses of the English language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word of the day is efficacious, which means effective, successful in producing a desired or intended result. Example of using the word is, the new marketing strategy proved to be highly efficacious, leading to a significant increase in sales. Or, her efficacious approach to problem solving ensured that the project was completed on time and within the budget. Everyone is encouraged to use the word of the day. And I'll also be keeping a note of whosoever will be using it, and I'll be giving a thumbs up as an encouragement. I'll share my report as and when called by the GE, and will share the word of the day in the chat box for everyone's reference.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yogita Upadhayay, for explaining your role so beautifully. Everyone, please pay close attention to the usage of word of day and try to use this word of day as much as possible in your speeches. Now, when you hear somebody using this, instead of giving just a thumbs up, for people online, they can give a thumbs up, but people sitting in person, they can just snap their fingers like this. Yes, so that we know we are all awake. That's how we are going to change this a little, small practice here. I just hope we have an efficacious meeting after the G report. That was the test.
Just 1 minute, if everybody could just pronounce it correctly so that I'm all set that everyone has gauged it correctly. It is efficacious. Can you all unmute? And in the in-person people can just speak it up.
Efficacious.
Great, all the best everyone. Thank you.
Thank you for this quick pronunciation exercise. Moving on to my next role taker in the TAGL team, last but not the least, please welcome Toastmaster Kamal Jain, who is going to play the role of a listener. Toastmaster Kamal Jain is a chartered accountant, born and brought up in Gwalior. He finished Polytechnic Engineer Diploma in IT before CA. That's quite a mix we have. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Kamal Jain.
Thank you, General Evaluator TTM-Kamal. So, good morning, all Toastmaster members and guests. Hope you have listened my intro as well. I am listener of the day. I will be closely listen all the things said during the meetings, and I will draft some questions to test our skills at the end of the meeting. So please listen, and it's not only a listening is not only a skill, but is a sign of respect as well. Thank you.
That's a beautiful line that you just mentioned. Listening is not just about a skill, it's a sign of respect. Thank you so much for explaining your role, Toastmaster Kamal Jain. With this, the introduction of TAGL team and general evaluation role is over. I'll come back with my report when called upon by Toastmaster of the day. I've already started making notes, so did my TAGL team. So please be very, very cautious of your all the aspects from time to accounts to grammarian section, and your listening skills will come back later. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, General Evaluator, DTM Nancy, for the introduction to the TAGL team. I hope the room is ready for the next section of the meeting. The next section coming up is the prepared speeches, the first section. So our first speaker of the day is Toastmaster Nanda Kumar. Toastmaster Nanda Kumar is an MBA student dedicated to self-improvement and recognizes the value of public speaking in his academic and future career pursuit. Outside his studies, he enjoys playing badminton. Although public speaking is a challenge to him, but he is eager to learn from the experienced speakers and contribute to the club. Today, Toastmaster Nanda Kumar is attempting his level 1, project 1 of Path Presentation Mastery. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Timer, please note, the speech will be of 4 to 6 minutes duration. The speech will be evaluated by Toastmaster Paduka Kannan. Toastmaster Paduka Kannan, please confirm your presence.
Yeah, I am in the meeting.
Yeah, I can do. Okay, thank you. Toastmaster Nanda, please confirm your presence.
Yes, I'm present.
Okay, thank you. Toastmaster Nanda, keep going, Toastmaster Nanda.
So, good morning, everyone. My dear Toastmaster and guests, who is your hero in your life? Anyone?
My father. My father.
Yes, absolutely. And my hero in my life are my parents. My mother is the one who holds the lamp whenever I'm lost in the darkness, and my father is the one who pours oil into the lamp. And do you know who I am? I'm the director, because they always listen to me as I'm the single child. I was born in 15th April 1998 in Bangalore. My mother's name is Parvati and my father's name is Rajkumar. Don't misunderstand them to be the celebrity parents of Shiv Rajkumar and Punith Rajkumar. Well, they may be the celebrity to the world, but my parents are celebrity in my world. So during my childhood, I felt lonely growing up without, as a single child, I felt lonely growing up without any siblings, but I never complained because I was pampered a lot. And yes, I never learned to share properly, especially food. Joey doesn't share food. So who watches Friends might know this reference. One thing I cherish about my childhood is the unforgettable memories I have with my school friends. Me and my friends were eager to go out and play. During summer vacation, it was extreme fun. We used to go out at day and come back at night covered in all mud and collectively getting beatings from our parents. Many of my friends didn't like to go to school, but I love to go to school as schooling was my second home and teachers there loved and cared for us like their own children. I was very lucky to have finished my schooling and degree with my best friends. I was living the life of a carefree life and non-stop fun, without worrying about the future or past. I finished my BCom in 2019. All of a sudden, I had a question that used to prick me. What's next? This question haunted me to the point where I was awake all night thinking about what to do next. Either go do a job or go for higher education. I had to decide for my future. See, growing up, I was only taught one thing: get good grades and get a good job, and that is what success is. After days passed, I started to fantasize about doing something great, but I don't know what to do. Then I began to explore, but uh, began to explore, but and find out what things I can do to get that instant success. But I couldn't find it. All of us, during that time, COVID added fuel to the fire. There was nationwide lockdown for months. My overthinking, laziness, and low self-esteem started to amplify to the point where I shut myself and stopped talking to everyone. From 2020 to 2022, I ran away from all my responsibilities, and I forcefully started being alone and live a comfortable life. Live a comfortable life rather than worrying about worrying about the responsibilities. I took up a course to convince my parents that I'm taking a break for study purpose. Well, you can't fool your Indian parents for too long. My mother one day said something was wrong about me, about my behavior, and initiated a conversation with me. Me and my mother talked for many hours after a long time, and I started to tell the truth. I was afraid that she would be disappointed in me. Well, yes, she was disappointed, but she didn't say anything about it. Rather, she tried to narrate stories and relate to me. She narrated stories about her struggle and how she overcame it with courage and self-belief. My my mom, when she came into this world, she lost her mother, and she was raised by her grandmother. And her father was living far away due to work purpose. She had to learn to take care of her grandmother and do multitasking like household chores and continue studies. When she turned 16, she lost her father due to stroke. And after to double down on the loss, she lost her grandmother after a few months. Now she was completely alone in this world and devastated. But she never gave up. And She had the strong belief that she will overcome this. She joined fortunately, she got a job in BHL for a meager salary. And she had that fire of hope in her, always burned strongly. At the end of the story, she looked at me and said, "Son, no matter what, no matter how small or big your achievement is, I'll always be proud of you. And you should start believing in yourself and keep on going." This discussion, this discussion, uh, this discussion changed my entire perspective of life. I was very lucky to have such parents who gave me such precious life, and I'm grateful to them. Grateful to them. And from that day on, I I never looked back. Whenever I face failure or commit a mistake, I see to that I learn from the experience and improve myself, being better every day with strong attitude and never give up attitude and strong self-belief. This attitude made me in search for a platform for a public speaking, and I found Gabbys International Toastmaster. I'm excited and thrilled to learn from every one of you. Dear Toastmaster and friends, no matter what happens in life, just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. Thank you, everyone.
I would request everyone in the room to please give standing ovation to Toastmaster Nanda. This is his icebreaker speech.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nanda. You are a star born to a star mother, I must say that.
Yes.
Toastmaster Relu, you are muted.
Okay, after that wonderful speech by Toastmaster Nanda and an introduction of Toastmaster Nanda, we are coming up to the second speaker of the day. This is Toastmaster Arsheen. Toastmaster Arsheen recently joined the Salesforce as a product manager. She has a passion for reading and writing poetry. Today, Toastmaster Arsheen is attempting her level 2 project 1 of part Persuasive Influence. The purpose of her speech is to identify his or her primary leadership style or styles. The purpose of this speech is for her to share some aspect of her leadership style or discuss the leadership styles in general. Timer, please note that the speech will be of 5 to 7 minutes duration. The speech will be evaluated by DTM Saurabh. I can see DTM Saurabh there. And so can see the Toastmaster Arsheen. Toastmaster Arsheen, boss Toastmaster Arsheen.
This will not be recorded. Please, sir.
Okay, give me a minute to put all the technical aspects together, please.
Welcome back, Gabbys. Welcome back, Gabbys. I hope everyone is back. So in the prepared speech section today, we had some incomings and certain outcomes also, to each their own. So that brings me to the theme of the day once again. At a young age, we all experience money and the power that is associated with money. And that is how we are stimulated and tempted to earn income. The education system we have grown up from also focused on income. It didn't let us let the young minds think for themselves. They were just asked to follow the trend. They were asked to discover their passion, what is their calling. So myself, I have experienced this thing that we have to follow the norm of completing the education and start earning. So we fall into the category of, broadly, the more or less, the category of the people who don't have any aim or ambition besides earning a good income. I recently heard statistics during an interview that only 1% of the people have taken the time to map out their lives. The same interview, it pointed out that 8 in 10 people cannot name a single goal, outcome, or objective they would like to accomplish or achieve. So the only purpose these 8 people have in their lives is to have a good income. Having an income is important, is definitely important. What separates the 1% from the rest of the people, the 99%? The 99% people see themselves giving themselves as an employee, giving their time and talent in exchange for a wage. While the 1% people, they work not only for money. Yes, money is there, money is important to them, but for what they follow is how to help others, how to support others, how to create an influence, how to bring about a change for the better. Just now, our Toastmaster Arsheen mentioned about the leaders. The leaders, they fall into this category of the 1%. They not only change themselves, they bring about change in others in the process. So having an outcome is just about prioritizing life for significance, not just for success. Yes, income and outcome can go hand in hand. We will delve more into this theme, but now I guess it's time for the second section of our meeting and the most exciting section, that is the table topic section. The table topic master for today is Toastmaster Nandan. Toastmaster Nandan is a software engineer by profession. He is traveling and trekking enthusiast. He also loves listening to soft rock and old Hindi songs. Over to you, table topic master Nandan.
It's all good.
Thank you, Toastmaster Renu. Welcome, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. So, your job is where you earn your income, and your calling is where you get into your outcome. So, with this profound statement of income versus outcome, so our table topics are going to be based on that. So, let's have our first table topic person today. So, before that, I will just set the rules for this particular section. So, table topic enables a member to develop the skills of impromptu speaking. Table topics help train members to quickly organize and express their thoughts. You can think of a table topic as a mini speech with an opening, a body, and a closure. This also provides speaking opportunity for any member who is not taking any role today, or for guests who are here for the first time or maybe the second time. Each member is required to speak for a minute or two. Participants are disqualified at 2 minutes, 30 seconds. So this is more on the section. So can we have first speaker, Mohan? So your topic is how to achieve the best balance between income and outcome in our life.
Thank you, Nandan, for the topic. So achieving income and outcome is different. So basically, if you can see, I have seen the examples of the few blogs, communities. So folks are skipping messages, sending messages. I have like 60 lakhs packages, 50 lakhs packages, 70 lakhs packages, but unable to maintain a financial management. So folks who are earning like 10,000, 20,000 also managing the better financial management. So if you look into my backward, so I started my income with a very less. Now I've grown 10x. If I look at my like 5 years back also, how I managed the financial manager improved currently also. It depends upon how you manage the finance, how much you are earning. Folks are like literally comparing with others. He is earning that much, so he's taken this car, he is living in the prestige, but even I wanted to move. You should know your standards. Where are you? What's your income? what is your family background. So as per it, we have to plan it accordingly. Nowadays, all the like due to the social media, like wherever it may be, like if you go to prestigious apartment, if you are earning a 1 lakh, if you are paying the apartment rent 50K, there is no point of view. You should manage as per the your income status only. That is the good way. For example, you should know. You should not never compare with others. Like for example, yeah, he might be having a good salary, he might be having. We don't know. People will tell over the folks will tell over the salary. We don't know, right? They might be having the business. They might be having the side income base. That's why they can do many things. So we have only one income. So we are comparing. He is also earning. We are also earning. So he is taking a car. How you might be. So you should create multiple income sources, then you can plan it accordingly what you wanted to buy. So you should also pause unnecessary things like what is P0 by you. So building a what you want to car, buying a car is your P0, and also building a good home and good family and like children education, or you want to grow your education things. So plan it accordingly. That is the thing. So my suggestion would be like plan it accordingly or prioritization. That's it.
Thank you. So the summary is due diligence towards your income and your financial responsibilities. Nice. So can we have the next second speaker? Do you want?
No,
Come over, it's okay.
I'm good.
Everybody's
Very nervous public speaker.
We are all nervous speakers.
So that's the reason we are all here. Come on.
Maybe you can take one online and then come.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So can we have someone online?
What is there? Rakib is there. Neha is there. Neha Jadhav.
Neha
Yadav. Neha Yadav is the guest. Neha Yadav.
Neha Yadav.
Yes.
Neha Yadav, do you
Hello
want to?
everyone.
Sorry, I did not hear you.
Neha, go for it. Table topics for you.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yes, yes.
Can you hear me out?
Yeah, you are up next.
Yeah, your topic is here, Neha. If you could double your income but have to give up one of your favorite hobbies, will you be doing that?
No, I don't think I would go for that because for me, my hobbies are equally important. I will look out for a stable job, and I would love to pursue my hobbies.
You want to share something more with regard to this?
Yes. I love to pursue like drawing, making doodles, and reading and writing. These are my hobbies. And since I am a guest here, so I'd like to say that I'm enjoying this session so much. I am also a nervous speaker. This is my first time at Gabbys, and I'm so thankful to everyone, and hats off to all the speakers who have actually come here and spoken in front of so many people. It takes a lot of guts to do that. I'm also learning, and I'm really looking forward to more and more speakers. And one day I'll also be giving my speech here. So thank you so much for giving an opportunity today. And
Thanks,
that's
Neha.
it.
Thanks a lot for
Thank
showing your
you so
thoughts.
much. Thank you.
So Priyanka, come on, please. So your topic is outcomes are sometimes influenced by income.
Yes, outcomes are sometimes influenced by income. So in the whole long process of trying to start my own business and trying to make a space for people to come and work and have fun and be productive, I have found out that a lot of times, a lot of the things that I want to do are not done because of the income that's not coming. So I definitely agree with outcomes. Sorry.
Outcomes are sometimes influenced by
Outcomes are sometimes influenced by incomes. Because once you get like a solid investment, when you get people interested, so income can also be that. Income is not just money for me, it's also people being invested in your product, people being invested in you, in your idea, in your thoughts. When that doesn't happen, your outcome also lags behind because you do look for inspiration and what do you say? Encouragement and things from your community. So yeah, definitely agree with that line. Thank you.
Nice time for sharing your thoughts, and definitely you did not look like a nervous speaker. Okay,
Thank you.
do you want to be so next or should we take?
We have.
Akif, do you want to go next, please?
Yeah. Hope you can hear me.
Yes, Akif. Have you ever achieved a desired outcome only to realize that it wasn't what you truly wanted?
Yes, a lot of times. And let me tell you one of the stories. So I was trying to reduce weight and was doing HIT. So I reached out to a trainer and I was like, hey, we'll make you full fit in next 1 month. And as a concept, I know it's a fallacy. Nobody can get a proper fitness in 1 month, and it's just a gimmick. But I was like, let me try it out. Let me give it additional push. So I went up and I signed up for a training, PT training, and you all know people who visit gym. So what these guys do? So they'll give you a full list of nutrients what you should do, and which is very difficult for us. Like we visit offices, where do you find salad every time? Where do you find buttermilk? I was like, crazy. What do I do now? And by the evening, you'll be craving for food, and these guys are like, no, you can't eat samosas, you can't eat biryani. I was like, biryanis they can't avoid. So I ended up not losing so much as I desired. But what I learned from that process was it's not just training, it's not just doing hours of workout, but it's also food. And once you control the food, it reduces. So I had lost some weight, not exactly the desired, but I had lost say 2 to 3 kgs in 1 month, which was a big deal for me. I keep doing trainings for almost month together, so I didn't see that much results coming out. But yeah, I think although I did not receive the desired result, I found a way. I found a way to achieve those and learn how to really put yourself up in competition. So I think all of you, if you have not achieved the desired result while you're doing something, you might find a way, you might find a purpose, you might find a vision attached to that, which will help you achieve that desired result in future. So yeah, that's my take. Over to you.
Thanks for sharing your thoughts. Can we have next?
Maya, right?
It's Maya.
Okay.
So what is the most ridiculous thing that you have spent money on, and what was the outcome of it? Anything that might come up. So not that fruitful.
Maybe buying a gift for your boss.
Or for your ex. Might have bought a bike and it is still there without being used for your love letters.
A Toastmasters membership.
I'm not going to think of something. I'm okay. So I'll start. I'm usually a thrifty spender. So I'll talk to you about tell you a story about how once upon a time I went shopping for my suits. So I bought 5 suits, but that's not before I did window shopping on Commercial Street for at least 2 times. So I'm a very careful spender. I budget very well. And if you're a family man, you are forced to do that. And I don't know about those of you who would like to, prefer to keep your hobby and not double your income. I would love to double my income because as a family person, you learn to sacrifice. I'm not able to go out to that special place with that special someone. I'm not able to go to that trip. I'm not able to service my bike sometimes. I have to postpone it to the next month. So that is why I'm struggling to think of a ridiculous expense that I had made. It's because I'm overly cautious and conscientious.
So, Oh,
And then we can have Pushpak, the last
Okay.
speakers.
So Anu, this topic is for you.
Yeah.
If every 10,000 rupees that you earn added 1 kg to your weight, what would you choose to be, rich or thin?
Would you mind repeating the topic?
Do you
Asking you to repeat the topic.
Okay, so for every 10,000, So for every 10,000 rupees that you earn, if it adds 1 kg to your weight, would you like to choose to be thin or rich? Have you heard me?
I could not understand the last sentence. Would you?
Yeah, would you choose to be rich or thin?
Okay, someone is saying
Okay.
audible properly.
Yeah. Thank you. I got the topic here. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Please.
Yes, Anu, you are audible.
Yeah, thank you, topic master.
Please continue, Anu. We can hear you perfectly fine.
Yes.
Just fine.
It is a situation like, well, the more money you give, it fails, but again, there's never it is being filled. It is always like investing money, and then in one way it is going. The nature of money is like that. If you're saying that if you give me 10,000 rupees and I gain 1 kg of weight, definitely I have to see how I can retain the money and also look into how I can balance my weight. So there's always a flow, and in flow of money, which is never constant. How many of you here have really saved money and you think that it is always constant in your homes? Even the minute you get a salary, it is always next minute, 5 minutes is always completed. The thing is the flow. The main concept is the flow of money which is going. And I would rather say, okay, 10,000 if you are giving, I will rather keep it and also look into how I can reduce my weight. And it's not about the richness here. It's always the balancing act at the end of the day. So with that, over to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Anu, for sharing your thoughts. Pushpak, are you there?
Yes.
So here is your topic, Pushpak. Imagine you earned money based on how many New Year resolutions you actually kept. How much money would you have today? If less, what is the change that you will bring tomorrow? If more, what is one thing that you want us to learn from you?
Sorry, can you please repeat once again, because in between I lost.
Yeah. Imagine you earned money based on how many New Year's resolutions you actually kept. How much money would you have today? If less, what is the change that you will bring tomorrow? If more, what is one thing that you want to learn? What you want us to learn from you?
Okay. Yeah, so yes, every year we keep like a resolution that how we can achieve in like a career, how we can like in the last year my resolution was like I started teaching on YouTube, but like after 2-3 months I was not able to convert it you can say in a money term, so like I stopped it. But I believe I mean I failed to convert that resolution into the like in a money term, but definitely I need to restart again. And yes, sometime we put at a resolution that we'll do, but like in mid between somewhere we lost because we don't get the desired success what we try to start initially. But I think what I learned that we should not focus on the result. We should not focus on the outcome. Actually, we should focus on the process. If I continue with the process, definitely uh, I I can achieve something. But I was more focused on the result. That's why I left in between. So that's my you can say that's my learning was there.
Thanks. A very right statement that you said, it's the journey that matters. It's not
Yeah,
the result.
process matters, not the result. If we focus on the result, somehow we lost in between. But if we focus on the process, whether result will come in favor or not, that should not matter. We should focus on the process. Like if we have take the resolution, we should complete the path and not think about the result. If we think about the result, definitely we lost in between because result is not in our control.
Thanks, Pushpa. Anybody else?
I think we can wind up now.
Thanks everyone for taking part in this table topic discussion. Over to you, Toastmaster for the day.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Nanda, for that wonderful table topic session. And I equally grateful to all the participants, the members, as well as the guests. Timer, were there any disqualifications?
There are no disqualifications.
Zoom Master, please launch the polls for the table topic session.
Toastmaster Renu, we will be launching the polls towards the end since it's a hybrid meeting. So we can
Right.
cover in-person attendees as well.
Right. Now it's time for the third and the final section of the meeting, the general evaluations. So I will call upon General Evaluator TTM Nancy. TTM Nancy, over to you.
Thank you so much. Can I have someone moderating the Zoom, please?
Mohan, you shift to that chair, no?
Please replace the spotlight and spotlight people as and when you require. Any challenges? Cursor is here. You need to see here.
Okay. Go to new. Go to new.
Let me.
Yeah, let's do it.
You can give me an access ID.
Yeah, make the post.
Where are you searching speaker?
Because
All right, I think we are sorted here. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Punith, for stepping up as Zoom moderator. I think that's where general evaluation comes into picture. May I request people in the room to please maintain silence so that we can go ahead with the general evaluation section. Thank you so much. I'll start with the evaluation section first, where we will have two evaluators for the two speeches, amazing speeches we had. Our first speech was an icebreaker speech that was delivered by our first speaker, Toastmaster Nanda Kumar. And for evaluating him, we have got seasoned Toastmaster, Toastmaster Paduka Kannan. Toastmaster Paduka Kannan has been a Toastmaster for more than 4 years and is currently the BP membership of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Paduka Kannan as the evaluator for Toastmaster Nanda Kumar.
Before starting ahead, I would like to do an audio video check. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you're perfectly audible and visible.
Yeah, thank you very much. So rise and shine, Gabbys. So it's great to be part of a Saturday meeting again. So for Toastmaster Nanda Kumar, say definitely a very, very, very good attempt for your first speech, an icebreaker speech, I would say, right? So you were able to convey your message lucidly over here. So I will be evaluating based on your content and your delivery style over here. So your content related part, you started out with a question which sort of, grabbed the audience attention. Very well, good technique over there. And then you brought quite a lot of messages as well, right? You introduced about yourself, and just one tip over there is not to provide too much of information specifically to your personal identification, because again, this will go on YouTube. So it's better to keep some things, because you told your complete date of birth as well. Just refrain from that part. But overall, I loved personally about whatever the information you have mentioned. Specifically, you highlighted the points where it's very important to you, right? So who are your role models? Who are the ones who changed your perception towards lives as well? And a lot part where you used a lot of metaphor, right? So you said also a good kind of phrases as well, adding fuel to the fire, or you compared how the role models of your life to the initial part, how your mother is or how your father is, and where you stand in your family as well. So very well job done in those particular stuff. And coming to a delivery part, I understand this is your very first meeting, even though a little bit of nervousness I saw from your body language, but you covered it out very well with open hands. Like, I love that kind of a gesture. So that's sort of portraying that you're confident enough to stand in front of the stage. And good eye contact as well. So good job on that also. And generally, we do not give any recommendations for an icebreaker speech, because overall it's quite good. What we have done is a very good attempt. But I see a lot of potential and capability in you. So I would add one recommendation from my side, to make your speech more, to bring more efficacious result is, I would like to streamline the content a little bit more. The next speech is going to be having a proper intro, body, and conclusion. Even though you had in today's speech as well, there was so much of message. You talked about the story about your mother. You talked about yourself. You talked about multiple things here and there. So I would suggest one part, like the story, right? I love the storytelling. So bring a good picture, like the challenge, the context, and then a bit of a background and what is the challenge and how she overcame the challenge. Take one thing and explain it vividly. Okay, so that is just one feedback from my side, but overall you did a very well job done. And yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Our evaluator one, who's first of Paduka. And we'll start with Toastmaster Nanda Kumar, his speech. First of all, very well done. The way you have come up with an introduction of yours. We got to know a lot about you, and there was a message from your mother that was quite inspirational for all of us. So all these things coming from an icebreaker speech, that was, I don't think any of us would have expected that. But yes, you were marvelous. Having said that, I think you definitely deserve another round of applause from each one of us. Kudos to you for breaking the ice. I love the way you added humor points. Joey doesn't share food, right? I hope you know what I mean, right? So that's what, that was sprinkled all over, and that's, again, very difficult job for a speaker to bring up humor points that you added. So kudos to you yet again. Now, talking about the recommendation part, I think Paduka has covered the recommendation. Now, having a little bit more structure to the speech can help. Now, coming to the evaluator Toastmaster 1, Toastmaster Paduka, evaluator 1. Toastmaster Paduka, being a seasoned speaker yourself, I was expecting a little bit more structure to the evaluation that you had, where you said you will talk about content and you will talk about delivery. Yes, the structure in terms of content and delivery was fine. However, where the commendation was starting and where the recommendation was starting, I was a bit confused because we talked about the structure in the beginning as well. We talked about the structure in the recommendation. So there should be some clear fine points in terms of what went well and what could have been improved better. So that was my expectation from you. But one thing I loved in your evaluation was the fact when you said, we all do. Instead, you quickly changed it to, I felt it. So recommendations or commendations from evaluators are always personal, based on their experience. So that's what I loved when you pointed it out very well for the speaker, that it's not everyone, it's not what everyone felt, but it's something is in your point of view. That's very well done. Thank you so much for evaluation. A quick round of applause for our speaker and evaluator one. Moving on with our second evaluator and speaker pair. Our second speaker was Toastmaster Arsheen K, who delivered a level 2 speech. Our second evaluator, who has been introduced previously as presiding officer, the distinguished Toastmaster Saurabh Datta, is going to evaluate Toastmaster Arsheen K. Over to you, DTM Saurabh.
Thank you. Start the time now. So the other values of Toastmasters training, let us add this one with emphasis that it is the busy man's best chance to take a postgraduate course in general information without inconvenience or loss of time. Who said this?
Dr. Ralph C. Smedley.
Dr. Ralph C. Smedley, the founder of Toastmasters International, he has said this, that apart from public speaking, what we also get to learn in Toastmasters is general information about things on which we really don't need to spend additional time or money. And today, Toastmaster Arsheen, you made an F0 idiot like me at least interested in something like F1. I think that is the biggest takeaway that I can have from your speech. Is this is one of the best examples of a leadership style that you did not talk about, but which I saw is inclusive and participative leadership, where you make people intrigued and interested in a subject which they know nothing about. Now, your speech was about leadership. Your speech was about leadership styles. Your style of speaking today was about I, you, and them. So I, where you talked about your experiences as a what you faced in terms of 2 different bosses. You, in terms of how those learnings translate for us, and then you add some evidences in terms of the there. So very beautifully done. Now, for giving you the recommendations, I am using a format called home. HOME. Were you able to have a home run with this speech, right? So let's look at exactly. H for humor. That's one run, I think, where you can definitely score more. Your speech was damn serious, pretty serious, and too much serious. So we can probably bring in a little bit of humor for all of us to make a little, a small laugh or something like that. Bosses are always like that, right? Right? I looked at Nandan because I know Nandan is a boss and he'll not agree with me. Right? So that's the observational humor that you need to keep in mind, that there are some people in the room you know that who are managers or something like this, will pick them a target. Am I right or am I right? Never. Right? So that's what we expect, right? O, objective. You absolutely meant that, because I think you introduced the various leadership style, you brought pace setting, this and that. Actually, you met the objective a little more than I would have wanted you to, because there was too much of information that came in the way of people who are facing this for the first time. M, message. Now, this is one part where I think you can do better, because I am still struggling to understand what is the key message. At the end, it did come that, you're not born with one leadership style, you can adapt and all that with Steve Jobs and all, but it came too little and too late. And E, this I would give you a 5 out of 5 or maybe a 7 out of 5 even. Evidences and examples, because you had examples right from your personal life to all the way to F1 people. I still don't remember anyone's names, but I will definitely go back and check out their names. That's the part of your speech, Toastmaster Arsheen. Thank you for a beautiful speech, which helped us understand leadership to your life and others. Thank you.
Thank you, DTM Saurabh. I'll first talk about the speaker and the evaluation points shared by the evaluator for the speaker. Our speaker today, her speech was amazing, the way she talked about different leadership styles. And I think those examples made it very clear for all of us what different leadership styles we have, from pace setting to coaching to talking about autocratic to democratic. I remember it without the notes. So that's what was the power of the speech as mentioned by the evaluator. Talking about the recommendations, I think you have got your recommendations clear. The way our speaker used rule of three multiple times in her speech, similarly our evaluator used rule of three to deliver the message. That was quite a classic textbook contest evaluation speech that we heard today, starting with the commendations part followed by recommendations, and the recommendations were shared using an acronym HOME. I think we can all relate to HOME, and we can also understand what each of HOME was. The only point where I felt you could have done better is the timing part, where somebody was missing for the contest speech. However, we understood what the evaluator wanted to share with all of us. We didn't need a summary in that kind of evaluation because the message was loud and clear. I love the way you explained the points with an example. That was an add-on, because when you tell the speaker how you can improve on the speech by giving examples in there, that's when I think it's a holistic evaluation and it's complete learning. That's on the evaluation for our speaker 2, and that was our evaluator 2. Please put your hands together for our second speaker. Next up is our table topic evaluation, and for table topic evaluation, yet again, I would like to invite distinguished Toastmaster Saurabh Datta. Over to you.
Just a moment, General Evaluator.
Yes.
Could you please tell the timings for the evaluation of TTE speakers?
We had 7 speakers, so it's gonna be 3. Okay.
Sorry, for the evaluation.
Yes, TT evaluator, we will have 5 minutes. 3, 4, 5.
Okay, got it.
All right. Over to you.
Okay. So I have to confirm the topics once before I move to do the evaluation. So the first speaker was Mohan, right? And the topic was how to achieve the best balance between income and outcome in our life. Correct? So Mohan, you speak with a lot of confidence and you have a good amount of content. I think that is the most difficult part when it comes to table topic, because most people come here and say, okay, what am I going to talk about? I know everything, but then I don't know what to talk about. So if the content part is sorted, then the next thing that you need to look at is that what is the message that I'm writing. See, this is a table topic. This is not a stand-up comedy where we will have a string of sentences. So there still has to be a message from the speech, even if it's 1 2 minutes. So that message part is where I'm struggling to understand. So always keep in mind, when you hear the topic, say, okay, what is my take on this topic? That should come out loud and clear, right? And that is the only feedback I have for you. Good will more. Do more table topics, and you will definitely get this. The next one was for Neha Yadav, right? Neha, was that Neha? And Neha, your topic was if you could double your income but have to give up one of your favorite hobbies, what would you do with it? Why or why not? Was this your topic? Neha,
Yes,
are you there?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So see, you had a very interesting topic, and there is a scope of humor to be added to this. So whenever you get a topic where you get in table topics where you can add humor, know that you have struck gold. Because when you add humor to table topics, because humor is the easiest way to impress someone in 2 minutes. Except for dates, everywhere else it works. See, it works, right? So do that. Try to add humor and look at the topic, and if the topic has a potential for humor, use it. The third one was for Akib. Akib was the third speaker, and this was your topic. Have you ever achieved a desired outcome only to realize that it wasn't what you truly wanted? Okay. So Akib, you are a very confident speaker, and rightly so, because you've been speaking, doing Toastmaster meetings and table topics for such a long time, and it shows because you've got a very conversational style of speaking. A conversational style of table topic is one of the, you just can't go wrong with that. Because any speech where you go into a conversation, the audience will never feel that you're speaking at them. They will feel that you're speaking to them. And the moment you start speaking to an audience and not speaking at the audience, 50% of the battle is won. So you do that. Now, again, the same thing which I told Mohan Nasir. What's the key message? What's that you want me to take home? What do you want me to write down in the notebook? I mean, I don't have the habit of taking notes, but there are people in my meeting who do. So what will they write down? They can't write down the entire 2-minute speech, right? So what will they write down? This is what I learned from Akib's speech today. So give her that one line. Next was, what's the next speaker?
We had Priyanka as well.
Yeah, Priyanka. Priyanka, your speech topic was outcomes are sometimes influenced by income, right? Why did you not talk about cookies? Seriously, you have to take it more in terms of, even if you have referred, the entire speech, I would say, should be on cookies. Right? You should cook up a speech on cookies for the simple reason that it will do two things. One, people will want to eat your cookies more. Right? Yeah. Second, it is more relatable. Yeah. It is fresh. Yeah. Again, it is observational humor. Right? So, whenever you get a chance of adding observational humor, the things that are happening right now, right there, that's the easiest catch for the audience attention. So always use that. The best thing about your speech is that you're fresh. So your style is fresh. You don't give us the stereotype RX formulas that we use in table topic and Toastmaster. That brings in an air of freshness, and we need more people like you to come on stage rather than me. Who's the next one?
Next was Mahir.
Mahir. And Mahir's topic was, can someone
what is the most
ridiculous thing you have spent money on? Oh yeah. What is the most ridiculous thing you have spent money on? And Mahir, we actually gave you quite a few ideas, right? But then the one that you came up with was the most sincere one, because that's coming from your heart. The question is, then why does that come as the first response? So you think about that. Why did not?
Because of the way the question was framed.
Absolutely. So you will have to change your orientation of your mind. Right? Don't, the table topics are given out in a way where you are bound to get confused. This is nothing. In contest, we did, one of the topics I had gave when I was a division director, I remember we had given is, the tone is the message.
My space, your space is the outer space.
And that's a long one, but this one, the tone is the message, right? By the time you understand the topic, 30 seconds is gone. So there, don't look at the cryptic way the topic is drafted.
No, it's not about comprehensions. I'm fetching for information relevant to what the statement was saying.
Exactly. But you do not need to look for an information about that statement. You need to think that what is my point of view? Do I agree or do I not agree? Right? So if you say that, yes, I have done ridiculous spending, I agree. And these are the examples. I have not done ridiculous spending. I'm a 50%. That's it. Probably adding one example that where you did not do that spending. Because you said you are at 50%, but how do I believe you? I don't know you personally. So it will be one example that I was about to buy this. I did not buy this because I believe in keeping money in my pocket more than spending it. So give a more tangible and an example like a story, which will help us understand that better. Sorry? Yes, yes.
That was an example.
Yeah, that was the example, but you have to talk more in terms of a story. It should sink in with the audience. So part of your speech, at least 30 seconds to 1 minute of it, should be about it so that we understand that it's something that you are doing. The next speaker was
Anu.
Anu. And
if you're given 10K.
Anu's topic was if you are given 10K and you're gaining weight. Again, Anu, a topic where you could have added humor, right? So you could have said that, why not both? In these kind of topics, always try to use the strategy when you have said that, would you want to go, when you die, would you want heaven or would you want paradise? Something like this I heard somewhere. And he said that, okay, if I have a choice, I would want both. Or why not both? Hell, I want both. Something like that. Never take a side on these kind of topics because that's what they want you to do. If you do what the table topic master wants you to do, then you're going to go with the flow. If you do exactly opposite of what he wants to do, then you will be able to create an audience attention. And last one was Pushpak. And Pushpak, your topic was, imagine you earned money based on how many New Year's resolution you actually kept. Right? That was the topic, Pushpak, if I'm not wrong. Right. Pushpak, your speech was good. Could have been a little bit more structured, but that's okay. I mean, that will come with time. There's one thing I want you to understand, a table topic is a table topic and it ends the moment you stop. It's not a conversation, it's not a dialogue with your table topic master. Even if your table topic master is telling you something, you cannot say that, oh yeah, I also felt that and all that. That is his observation. Your speech is over when it's over. So, in this case, it is over when it is over. You cannot continue the conversation. That's just one thing. And for everyone in this room, because normally we do that, right? When we are telling something and people have a feedback, we have more feedback to add. And that's my time. Thank you so much. Back to you, madam.
Thank you so much, table topic evaluator. Wasn't that a mini educational session on how to attempt table topic speeches? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes, certainly.
I'm glad that you all agree with me. I have nothing more to add to table topic evaluation or how did the table topic evaluator do on the evaluation part. Just one point here that this was a last minute rule. Our original TT evaluator didn't turn up, and that's when our table topic evaluator, who was already an evaluator for speaker 2, took the job, took the role, and came up with such fantastic table topic evaluation. So thank you so much, distinguished Toastmasters, all of the time. Round of applause for you. Before moving on with the TAGL theme, I'll quickly start how did we do on the meeting part. I'll start with our Sergeant at Arms. Our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Mohan Rao, started the meeting yet on time. As always, we ensured that we are starting the meeting .10:00, right? So that was very well done. You came up with your script. You shared all the points that you needed to share with all of us. Just one point of recommendation for you, Toastmaster Mohan, since you are going to play this role for all the upcoming meetings, please practice enunciation with the enunciation of the words as much as you can. And since your last meeting, since I was there as well for the last meeting, you have slowed down, paced down, but there's still more scope of pacing it down when you're speaking to us. When you speak naturally during TT section, you're still slow. But reading the script of SA, that's where you can pace it the way you speak naturally. That's one point of recommendation for you. For the presiding officer, our presiding officer has done this role very well, starting with Toastmasters International introduction. The way he brought in that introduction, that was beautiful. He invited all the guests to share their introduction with all of us. We got to know who all are there in the meeting. Moreover, he introduced the new members, new addition to the Gabbys family, asking them to share their introduction. And it was a warm welcome that we heard from our presiding officer. Then he also talked about his take on the theme, leaving us with a very key message about Toastmasters, about leadership and the roles and the positions that we take. So all in all, it was a job very well done. Moving on with the Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster of the day shared very well. First of all, it was quite an appropriate topic to come up with, income versus outcome. We generally don't look at these topics like this, but the way you have placed it, that was quite intriguing for us to come to the meeting and learn something from it. Moreover, you added audience interaction. You invited people to share their stories. That was a value add where people came up with their stories. You had your stories to share so that you can actually intrigue people to come up with their stories. So that was a good strategy. The meeting went smooth. The flow was pretty well done. You ensured that the introductions are all right and everything is going as per the agenda. Just one recommendation, or rather 2 recommendations for you. Before the meeting, when you are joining the meeting as Toastmaster of the day, and it's for all Toastmasters of the day, Please ensure that you do a role check. You understand that every role taker is present in the meeting. The way it happened with TT Evaluator shouldn't happen again. So it's more for SA and TMOD, or more for TMOD, to have a quick role check to ensure that your team is present in the meeting. And second recommendation is to add a little bit more energy. When you're speaking to us, and especially sitting online, we wanted you to speak with a little more energy, so that when we are coming back to the room after the break, or we are listening to you before the break as well, we are energetic and enthusiastic about the topic itself. The topic was quite interesting, but energy is what I felt was missing somewhere. So we can add more energy to the meeting by adding energy to the voice. Next was our table topic master. Our table topic master came up with such humorous topics. You know, it's very difficult to come up with topics relevant to the theme. That's one. But then adding humor to the topics, where you are giving cues to people to add humor. Almost all the topics that our table topic evaluator mentioned had some scope of adding humor, because the topics themselves were humorous. One point of recommendation for you is on the topics part. The topics were very lengthy. People were finding it very difficult to read, to understand the whole sentence, and then to know what to speak on, to think on the topic, to decipher the entire topic. So if you keep the topics crisp and short, it's easier for everyone to at least relate to the topic and start speaking. So keep the topics short. Second recommendation was on the body language. I just see you. It's not a park. We are here. Mindful usage of body language is always recommended. It's good to move on the stage here and there, but shouldn't be too much that people are getting distracted when they are speaking to you or they are listening to you, right? So these were two recommendations. Apart from that, a job well done. That was the role where you had a very good mix of online and offline attendees as well, and you ensured the guests are covered, members are covered, new members are covered. So this was fantastic. I think that's where TTM struggled the most, and you have done it very, very well. So can we have a round of applause for our SA and TTM? These were the major role takers. My TAGL team, I'll start with my TAGL team report, but I must say this has been the most diligent TAGL team I've ever got. We'll start with our timer, Toastmaster Sreehari. A quick timer report, please. Sreehari, if you're speaking, we're not able to hear you.
Sorry, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. We have disqualifications from both the speakers, but what a wonderful speeches. I wanted to hear only more from them, despite the time limit that they have exceeded. And Mohan, he was about 2 minutes 3 seconds. I think that's because my apologies for this. I have shown a green card after 2 minutes, and it was very wrong of me. So I didn't want to disqualify him for that. And apart from that, rest are all qualified from the table topics, and evaluators are all little over time. So that's about it from my side. Thank you, and over to you.
All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster Sreehari. A quick observation on the report part. When we say 2 to 3 minutes for evaluation, can you share your screen? I was looking at the screen. All right, I'll just mention the disqualification point. 2 to 3 minutes means 30 minutes of grace after 3 minutes, 30 seconds of grace after 3 minutes. Thank you so much. So 3 minutes, 13 seconds is qualified. Similarly, for the second evaluator, 3 minutes, 14 seconds is qualified. And for Toastmaster Mohan, who was not shared the timing cards properly, despite that, he's qualified because 2 minutes, 3 seconds is still within the time limit. So is for Pushpak. So evaluator 1 and 2 both qualify. Now coming to TT evaluation. TT evaluation is a longer role that doesn't come with the evaluation. TT evaluator is qualified for polling as well. This is just for the understanding of all the timers and for our timer Toastmaster Sreehari. You can stop sharing your screen. That was very meticulously done report here.
Okay, even she is qualified. There's a timing device failure, so she gets a.
There was 10 to 15 seconds in the middle of the speech also when I was not able to.
In the slide, so you
Okay, so since our second speaker had a technical glitch during the speech itself, that's where in contest as well we get 30 seconds of grace time over and above the 30 seconds of grace time that we generally get. So instead of 7 minutes, 30 seconds, we will take it 8 minutes, and she is qualified as a speaker as well. Thank you so much for pointing this out. That's from the timer's desk. Let's hear it from our accountant, Toastmaster Punith.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy. Today,
okay. All right.
Today I heard comparatively less filler words among most of us spoken. Listener Kamal, Grammarian Yogita, speaker to Arsheen, and guest and Gupta and guest Pushpak use less filler words. Congratulations to all. Yeah, that's from my side. I will take this report over the chat. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Punith. Since he shared the screen with all of us, now we know that how many R's, or what are our crutch words. I hope you all have paid attention. If you couldn't understand the report has already been shared in the chat box. Please feel free to take a look at it right after the meeting. But a job well done, Toastmaster Punith. Thank you for your counter report. Moving on with our grammarian, Toastmaster Yogita. You're on mute.
Hello, everyone. How do you think you did well with your grammar? I think you did pretty well, but not with the word of day. Nonetheless, the word of the day was only you. The word of the day, I'll just reiterate. It was efficacious, which meant effective, and only it was used by Toastmaster Paduka. And I had my hopes because I had already aligned Toastmaster, but no names. Okay, so there were many good usages in the meeting. Fire of hope, always burning strongly by Toastmaster Nanda, blasting at me, drop the ball, pace setting leader, myopic person, Toastmaster Arsheen, stimulated and tempted, Toastmaster Renu, your job is where you earn your income and your outcome is where your calling lies, Toastmaster Nandan, due diligence to your income, overtly conscious, don't focus on the result, focus on the process, Toastmaster Pushpak, convey your message lucidly, Toastmaster Paduka, intrigued and interested, DTM Saurav. All right, and I apologize if I had missed anybody. Toastmaster Arsheen also used the word of the day. Okay, moving ahead. There were many rhetorical devices as well. First, rhetorical device answer, which is answer not required. What is their calling? Toastmaster Renu. What separates the 1% from 99%? Or how many of you have yearly saved money, which is constant, which was used by guest Anu Gupta. Rule of 3 was used ample times. Just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. I wanted to grow, wanted my space, and wanted my freedom. You might find a way, you might find a vision, you might find a direction. Damn serious, pretty serious, and too much serious. And next we have Hyperbora, question and then answer. So who is that person? Toastmaster Arsheen's examples. So she had 3 examples. I couldn't note down the names. And then DTM Saurav while he was evaluating. And I also couldn't note down what exactly he said in his introduction. Metaphor, fuel to the fire, Toastmaster Nanda. I could only note down 2 recommendations for everyone. Managing the better financial, it is wrong. You can use managing better finances. The money terms, it can be used as monetary terms. So this is all from my end. I think it was a good learning for all of you. See you all with the future usage of new words of the day. Great work. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster. And thank you so much for also adding our rest of the speakers who used our word of the day. I'll rather say you still forgot one, your GE herself. And
There is
that's
one flaw with the GE and the PO. Whenever they speak, I'm only hooked to what they're speaking. I cannot make notes. So I'm again sorry for that. But then point noted, I'll keep it in mind to be more
That's
attentive.
completely fine. These roles, the TAGL roles, are based on highly active listening, and we are bound to miss these things because our attention span is nowadays, as we all know, 30 seconds reels, or maybe 5 seconds. If you don't like the reels, you just scroll and go further. So that's completely fine. It's just the way you have shared this beautiful report with all of us for our learning and the usage of rhetorical devices. That's a job very well done. Moving on with the next role taker in GE's team, that's our listener for today, Toastmaster Kamal Jain.
So let's see the efficacy of our skills. What is the mother name of Toastmaster Nanda? First
Parvati. Parvati.
That is he.
Yeah, who was that? That's what.
It's me. Timer Sreehari.
Oh, Sreehari.
Yes.
Okay. And who is Christine Horner? Who is that? Well, he is a principal of one of our.
Coach of Max first step in.
Mercedes. No.
He's right.
First of all.
Red Bull. He is the principal of Red Bull Racing Team. And when Toastmaster Nanda is finished his BCom?
2019.
That was Sreehari again.
Okay, and Toastmaster Arsheen in her speech, he mentioned one name to whom she has to call. What was his name? Ashok. It's like,
Ashok, yeah.
yes. This was me. Okay. And General Evaluator Nancy knows only one F1 racer. What was the
Everyone knows, all of us.
But she mentioned. Okay, so we are good at listening.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kamal Jain. That was my TAGL team. Like I said, the most beautiful pair of the most diligent, the most talented pair of TAGL team, not pair, two pairs of TAGL team role takers I had. Why am I saying so? I'll point it out what went very, very well in terms of the TAGL team. The moment our timer noticed that a speaker is speaking yet again for table topics, he started the timing from where it stopped and shared the cards. That was very well done, and it showed your presence of mind. Second, our Toastmaster Punith, who also opted in as Zoom moderator when it was needed, despite his role as our counter. Then we had Toastmaster Yogita. Toastmaster Yogita, I absolutely love the way you have put a background with the word of the day for all of us to remember what was the word of the day and how we need to go about it. And Toastmaster Kamal Jain, thank you so much for passing on the cookies to everyone. That was well done. One last point of recommendation for everyone in the room, specifically people present in person, please avoid any kind of commotion in the room. Even if you are feeling like having cookies right now, please avoid, because that creates some noise around, and that's where we are losing our attention to the speakers. Let's pay some respect to the speakers as mentioned by our listener. That's from the GE, our general evaluator. With this, I hand it over to Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, TTM Nancy, for such an insightful and engaging evaluation session. And I'm totally taken back by the role takers reports. Thank you, everyone. So as we are proceeding efficaciously towards the goal of yet another successful meeting, I would just urge each one of you to just question yourself and the people, the young minds around you. Are you okay with just simply earning an income? And what we have concluded today from the meeting, that outcome is more important to us. So keep checking for something that is stirring within you, a restlessness, because you know there is more to you. So that brings me to the end of the my thing, and it's over to you, Presiding Officer, TTM Saurabh Datta. I would also request the Zoom master to please launch the polls.
Thank you so much. I'm just doing that. Maybe one second. I've got the link and everything ready. I just need to just put it on chat. So we are all covered.
For people in the room, please scan the QR code. It will take you to the role takers list. You can share your votes there.
And people online, I'm putting it on chat. Even if you are leaving the meeting, I would urge you to stay back for some time. But in case you have to leave, then in that case, please vote and then vote. Okay, we are going to propose an extension of 10 minutes. So we will wrap up the meeting at 12:15. Can someone please second? Okay. I'm proposing the extension seconded by Professor Arsheen K. Okay. Let me now, by doing the closing, let me take a few quick feedback from Neha. Neha Yadav.
Yes, sir.
Yes, a quick feedback about the meeting. 15 seconds.
Sir, since I'm first time here, so I enjoyed it thoroughly and it was very informative. And yes, it is a great opportunity to speak fluently on this public platform. So one small feedback I want to give. May I, sir?
Yes, please, please.
Sir, I was hardly able to listen properly because sir, audio quality जो है उसमें improvement का बहुत scope है, which I felt, and I was really struggling to hear your voices properly. The audio quality was not up to the mark, and sir, echo हो रहा था sound का actually. This was a major problem.
We will share this feedback with the venue here. So we will also ask them to check the audio, and we will definitely take that into consideration.
Thank you so much.
See, hybrid meeting, these challenges are something that we always face, but definitely that's not a good excuse. I don't believe we have to live with it. We will definitely work on it and we will rectify it. Thank you for sharing that feedback, Neha.
I'm grateful. Thank you.
Who else do we have as a guest here? Not a guest, but a new member, Aisha. How does it feel to attend the Toastmaster meeting as a Toastmaster?
Hi, sir. It's a fantastic experience for me to be here and a part of this conversation. And I have learned many new vocabulary. Many members has used good vocabulary, and Grammarian was instructed a good way of how we have to avoid the space words like that.
Thank you so much, Aisha. Thank you for sharing your feedback. Do we have a guest in the room? Yes, Priyanka. What's your feedback?
Oh, I found the whole session very fun and very, knowledgeable also. Yeah, this kind of gave me a basic structure of how to frame your sentences, frame your speeches. I love how you guys have word of the day. I like the whole structure of the entire meeting. Very organized, very well done with all the systems and everything in place. So this gives opportunity for everybody to like talk and everybody to learn something for the day. Love the feedback. I think that's something that's lacking in my everyday life. So yeah, this feedback was great. So yeah, overall good Saturday morning. Thank you. Thank you for
Nancy will be in touch with you to make all your Saturdays better. And I already shared the polling link on chat. So now we have one more, this agenda item that we need to complete. And we as per the agenda, it was supposed to be done at the beginning of the meeting. But at that point of time, Toastmaster Neha Jain, are you there? I see a black screen.
Yes, I'm here. Yeah.
You have to be on camera. Yeah. So as per the agenda, Neha was supposed to have this speech at the beginning, but she was not on camera. And at the Gabbys, we don't allow anyone on the register to give a speech without being on the camera. So that's why I'm now inviting her to do her AD address. She's the area director of area B1. So Neha, you have 2 to 3 minutes timer. 2 to 30 and 3 minutes. Area loaded. Thank you.
All right, I'll keep this extremely short and crisp. First of all, let me express my admiration for the vibrant energy that I saw in the room today, both online and offline. Gabbys has always been a club that's known for its passion, for communication, growth, and the supportive environment that it fosters, right? And It's great that your commitment to nurturing each member's public speaking and leadership skill has always been, inspiring and aligns beautifully with the core values of Toastmasters International. I would also want to encourage you all to embrace the Toastmaster spirit of continuous improvement, which I already see that happening here. I don't have to emphasize enough on it because it's been a wonderful meeting that I saw today. And this indeed is a very safe space for learning. Sharing a bit of my personal experience, I started off my journey of Toastmasters with the Gabbys Club. And from then, I've seen this club growing manifold. Like it started off with a 35-40 member club when I joined in. And now it's just growing and multiplying. The Gabbys family is a club of 3 today. And it just gives me immense pleasure to be a part of this club. And this is indeed my home club. And like I mentioned, this is a very safe space for learning where mistakes are simply stepping stones to becoming a more effective communicator or a leader. So keep learning, keep growing, and keep embracing any challenges and turn them into opportunities for growth. Just want to leave this audience with this thought. Besides this, it's been an amazing experience, wonderful 2 hours of my Saturday morning. Thanks a lot, and back to you, Presiding Officer.
That was our area director, Toastmaster Neha Jain. With this, we are about to close the meeting. If you guys have finished giving your responses on the polls, I will just quickly check how are we doing on that. In the meanwhile, if anyone wants to share anything from their side about the meeting in the room.
Yeah, great meeting, I love it.
Yes, Maya, yes, please.
That kind of influence also. The 3 minutes that we have, participation.
And of course, the cookies as well.
One more cookie I need to try.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
All ours. She's not taking back. Okay, so we are going to announce the results. We will end the agenda meeting exactly at 12:50. So the best auxiliary role taker for today is a pretty colorful chart. Colorful chart means that everyone's done a good job. But before I announce who's the winner, I want to especially appreciate a couple of people here. First, Toastmaster Kamal Jain. I think you're one of the early, I think it's second time or first time?
Role taker?
As a listener? First time. Lovely. Good questions, Kamal, because the questions very clearly said about something that we had to hear to answer. I can't answer from general knowledge. At the same time, the questions were short, right? So that's the best way of doing a listener role, and you've done it very well. Then our grammarian for today, Yogita. So keeping a tab on the word of the day is not easy, but as Nancy already mentioned, that having it on the background says a lot about your commitment, and I love it. I think that's the best practice that we are going to replicate, Yogita. So this is a note for self and the PR team to try implementing it. And our counter, Toastmaster Punith, thank you for double hatting, and you are such a savior. Thank you so much. And our timer, Toastmaster Sreehari. Sreehari, very diligently you kept the time. It was a slight glitch in terms of the report and all, which is totally okay, but I think absolutely brilliant job in terms of your mindfulness, as the general evaluator mentioned. And with this, I would want to thank all of you, and the best role taker, the auxiliary role taker for today is our grammarian, Toastmaster Yogita. Okay, now coming to the best role taker, the best major role taker for today is, before I announce the name of the best media role taker, the table topic master Nandan. Thank you so much for taking the role first time, Nandan. Thank you. So a big round of applause for Nandan too. And Toastmaster of the day, Renu. Renu, was it your first time as the TMOD?
No, sir, this was the second.
Second time. Still, you deserve a big round of applause for the TMOD job. Is not easy. No applause needed for the table topic evaluator. And I will tell the GE because we have also lost track how many times we've been doing these roles. And at the end of the day, a not so colorful chart which shows that one person was clearly ahead in the race, and that is Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster, Nancy Goel. Thank you. The next chart is very colorful. And this one is for the table topic speaker. And the winner here, everyone was a good speaker, but there's someone who was better than the others as per the audience. And that is our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Mukund. And the best evaluator is yours truly. Thank you so much for your best speaker. There is no polls today for the best speaker because because there is an icebreaker speak, so we don't have any vote for the speaker. With that, I would want to adjourn this meeting of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. But before that, what we learned today is that don't look at the quick wins, don't look at the gains, the near gains, because there's actually a saying in Stoicism which says, easy decisions, hard life. Hard decisions, easy life. On that note, I adjourn this 195th meeting of the Gabbys.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Thank you.
Arsheen, can you end the meeting?
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right.